Oh. Hey everybody, welcome to Makeup University. I'm Sherilyn. I'm gonna go ahead and turn those beautiful tunes down. Hear that? Hear that? No, you don't, because we're turning it down. So we're here in beautiful Santa Clarita, and what's going on is I'm actually here helping Chef Melsan. Say hi.
Hi.
Woo! We are getting ready just to get some videos together for her channel. She had, get this one down, hashtag mind your molecules. It's all about cooking at a molecular level to heal your body. But we'll talk about that later. Right now, we're gonna get her camera ready to make these videos. And as you know, I put the belt away. Yes, I retired the belt. And I thought that I would never ever do the makeups again, but here we are. So I'm gonna get her ready and just a little something, not like a full face because she's always in the kitchen and she's cooking and it's hot. What kind of look do you like?
I like soft but strong sometimes. Or,
like me.
Or like I have a little bit of glitter or a hint of delicate, right? But still really like natural or...
Yeah, so I'm just gonna have you face the camera and tell me your story. And what you're like, wow, you're not even in the camera. Whoops, sorry guys. Don't even get me started on the situation.
No.
Yeah.
Let me just, I'm sorry.
We're not sponsored by anyone, but this is
We're
Jane.
sponsored by God.
Yeah, we are.
See my shirt? God
Yeah.
sees no color in a time like this.
Yeah, tell me about it. So this is Jane Iredale's eye prep, and I'm just gonna smush it on your lid. Tell me what got you started in cooking.
So I started cooking when I was 13 years old. I'm 45 now. And I started
Such a spring chicken.
I felt like a spring chicken when I was 13, actually.
Everything in my world, you guys, for a century of doing makeup, I live by Smashbox products. If you can ever find this, this is the best matte palette, and it's like super tiny, and you can just put it in your pocket, take it to set. So,
Wow.
knowing that, I'm gonna get into the lid, very soft, natural define with Smashbox, what she tells us about cooking. And if you see this sweet young man in the back,
My
that's
sous chef over here.
Yes.
Come here.
Quincy,
This is
say
Quincy,
hi.
my sous chef. Hi. He is
We
my
cooking.
sous chef, and so he is actually right now. He is baking the pita because we're actually making the appetizers. And when his mom comes in, it's her birthday, so we're doing a big Mediterranean thing for her birthday. So we're making some pita chips and doing hummus, but I'm going to show her how to do hummus later. So
we're gonna
so,
eat.
So you can now smell the pita, right?
All right, we can let him cook. I'll do makeup. Chef
So you want a
Melsan's
nice
going to
little
teach
crunch
us
on it.
all. Okay, so go ahead and close your eye and
Yes.
tell us about cooking, molecular.
So I started off in a 5-star restaurant as a dishwasher because traditionally women are not to be in the kitchen. It's always been about the men, incredibly French men, and the men in England, they started in the cuisine. Julia Childs was actually a phenomena in the kitchen, and she earned her way. So the most amazing thing is in 2001, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And I ended up having to fight breast cancer for 13 years. And after double mastectomies and comas and surgeries and hospice, I came out of hospice in 2013, and I got help from some doctors to actually eliminate it out of my DNA. So once I did that, I realized that I had to teach others about the way to molecularly eat. And I realized that there were vegetables and fruits that actually had energy. And I also realized that if people were eating more energetic food, that they would actually live. Because when you eat energetic food and living food, you actually feed your cells. And it goes along with the lymphology, which I also am a lymphologist.
Lymphology, this is a big word. Talk to me about it.
So lymphology is actually the advanced study of your second circulatory system. And it actually is the liquid that flushes out your blood and cleanse your blood. So this is very important when we eat garlic and we put lemon. They're all detoxifying, and it feeds the lymphatic system and the albumin and water. So many
albumin, I gotta get in there. That sounds like what you have in an egg.
Yes, so the white of the egg is also albumin.
Okay. So earlier when we were prepping, we were talking about how you can feel the energy in the bell pepper. What's going on with that?
So everything that grows from the earth has a frequency, including like its breathing. And so you actually can feel it breathing, and that's how you know it's living. If you have vegetables and fruits that are not living, you shouldn't be eating it because you're eating dead stuff and chemicals.
Where do you buy dead food from?
Stores that are not organic and places that have lots of chemicals from Monsanto.
What I'm trying to say is it comes through the window of your car. My favorite Chick-fil-A. Okay. So if you want to transform your health, how do you start?
So normally the best way to try, when you know that you want to transform your health, you take a look at all the processed food and sugars and flours and things that are not naturally occurring, like things that are not from the earth. You know, if you have meat or fish, you want to make sure that it is organic and that it actually grass-fed. That is the best meat ever.
What about if you had la boucherie and you just bought like somebody's 4-H pet and use that for your meat?
So what I do before I make sure that I feed them right, so and treat them right, and they like massaging.
Okay. You're talking about the animal, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Do you see how crunchy they are?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you might want to go ahead and crunch it a little. Is it like crunchy, like a chip? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No, go ahead and make sure it crunches like a chip.
Let's
Yeah,
show the
let's
camera.
get it a little bit more.
Woo!
So go ahead and put the other ones on it though. You can leave one out if you want to eat one with the butter. But.
So today's video gives you both a little bit of makeup as well as a little bit of lesson on cooking and then a little bit of nutrition. And so this is what I wanted to be a part of the project because I'm really passionate about, especially in the season that we're in this new era, that we need to be very mindful of what we're eating, what we're saying, how we're living. The skin is your biggest organ, and so what you put on your skin is so important.
Right.
So we just had a really nice friend of ours, Sonia, introduced us, and we just had it was like peas in a pod because
Right.
and actually I'm gonna go on top. She's got really beautiful brown eyes, so I'm just gonna put a smudge of a smoky blue on top of that liner, and it's just to add a little bit of depth without being like a heavy, look at my liner.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep on here, but will you tell me more about, because I'm thinking, I don't know how we're gonna do this in the old burb, but I'm thinking without falling in love, like it's time to get some chickens or some rabbits. And
I actually
raise
have
meat
friends that in the quarantine, they actually got a whole bunch of chickens. And
to raise their meat.
Yes, and they were little chicks, right? And then they raised them to lay eggs, and so they're actually big now. A friend of mine in Vegas did that. And I also know people in La Habra Heights in LA, Uptown Whittier area. They have, like, Haas Avocado has chicken farms. There's a lot of people in that area that have chickens, and they have goats. And
I just fall in love so easily. I'm going to go ahead and use the L'Oreal Lumi for her, but I am thinning it out with a wet sponge. It's clean. It's just stained. Don't come at me. Come at me, haters. Okay, so tell me now. What about the rabbit?
I love her so much.
Tell me about she was asking me, what is it that you don't want to eat? I'm like, don't give me that ink pudding. I'm not that kind of girl.
Yes,
But
I won't do any ink reduction today.
Today, that means it's coming. I know.
We are not eating squid today, and I am not extracting ink today. But that is at a later note.
So,
but I make it taste really good because it's kind of,
yeah.
yeah, it's like urchin. I don't like the ovaries of urchin.
We're not even going to go into urchin ovaries in this conversation. What we do want to talk about is how you can, if you've been to the grocery store, especially here in California, you're rationed to 2 packages, 2 pounds of meat. And I thought, oh, mercy child. So I thought, boy, there needs to be.
I actually got 4, but that's because I'm a chef.
I was like, because you're a
and
chef.
I'm working.
So I was thinking, oh, you know what? Some of the fastest meat you can grow at home is
A little
rabbit.
crunchier.
A little crunchier.
I can tell by the crunch.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm doing 2
Rabbit.
things. I'm so sorry, pardon me, but my sous chef is working with me, and
You tasted it. You making that chip?
Shake a tail shit.
So talk to me about rabbit, because rabbit is some of the fastest meat you could grow at home, like in your patio. So, rabbit.
Good time with that.
Rabbit, do you do
So
any?
rabbit is amazing because you can really feed it. It loves carrots and the greens of carrots. It loves spinach, and it loves all kinds of greens, and so you know the meat is going to be really good. And so rabbit is also really greasy. So the drippings,
The Russian just came out right there. Yeah. Da. That's Vidania.
So just some information on Arabic and Russian.
Yeah.
So my father was Arabic and my mother's Russian. So every now and then you'll hear me go off in other languages. It's just kind of who I am. But it's really amazing because when you cook the rabbit, you want to keep a good eye on it and keep it at like a consistent heat versus say like broiling, because you could cook the oil out of it and you don't want to do that. So the oil keeps it really moist and it has this nice like really robust
Is it gamey?
It is very little gamey, but you could actually treat it if you don't like any game. I particularly like a touch of game in my rabbit just because I know it's wild.
Okay.
And it's, you know, satisfying. Go ahead and keep them in there for about 7 more minutes, non-touching.
So you
I
guys,
know they're fun to play with.
well, we're also talking about
No,
rabbits.
That's good because
and
you said 10 minutes and that was 10 quick.
Oh, wow.
You guys, for those of you makeup artists who are going to get started and you're doing the whole barbicide COVID
I
training,
got the timing good.
this
This is cool.
you don't have to have thousands of dollars to start with a kit. Right now, I love Essence Cosmetics. It's straight GmbH out of Germany, and it is a drugstore product there, and it's sold drugstore products here, and so it's super affordable. Everything is about $10 or less. If you get the Essence brand, you guys, it's a great way to start building your kit. Essence brand.
Oh, Essence. Okay.
Essence brand. So this is a bronzing contour palette. It's brand new. I just got this because you see that tone. She is
Wow.
real olive. So,
Yeah.
and I'm
That's
not
awesome.
as olive. I'm spotted with the yellow undertone. Ha. Okay, so
Spotted with we have a lot of spotted friends. We
Yes.
have a spotted horse, a spotted dog,
Yeah.
Samson.
I'm just really going to work with these
Leave
two.
it unchecked. Here we go. I got discipline myself.
Okay.
It's fun.
He's having fun disciplining himself with the PETA. He's becoming one with the PETA.
Yes. So as soon as I'm done with the makeup, I'm totally jumping in there, and I'm going to sous for the sous. I'm Susan.
I'm the wallpaper.
What? Well,
No, just kidding.
So, if you were to do rabbit
yeah.
and skin it and so forth, there is a process you could do. You actually have to skin it. You actually have to clean it.
So you can't just buy it in the...
Well, you can already done, but it's better to grow your own rabbit so you
That's
know
what
what
I'm
to
talking
feed it.
about. I'm thinking that this meat ration, I might need to start growing some meat out there on
Right.
my patio. Urban.
Right?
Yeah.
Or you can call me and we can figure out where to go because, like, I do farmers markets and things like this.
Oh, yeah.
So I really don't like going to, like, big markets like Walmart, Costco.
Why is that?
Because you can't guarantee where the food came from.
Right.
I like to be able to know where the vegetables and fruit came from. I like to know the people who grow it and prepare it and take care of and I also like to be able to have a little bit more control of what I'm feeding my people.
Oh, this is so important. So I know you guys, especially as a busy single mom, I know it's so hard to be like, oh, I just need fast, I need prep, and then it gets expensive. But I'm here to tell you, going forward, it might be more costly. Did you notice once I start talking, my hands stop moving? Pardon me. Let me get back here. This is just a light dusting of banana powder just to even out skin tone, and then we're gonna.
Banana powder.
Yeah, it's got a tiny bit
Become
of
one
yellow.
with the banana.
One with the nans. I'm just thinking that.
It lines it up instead of the greens because of the olive.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see.
When it comes to feeding your family going forward, I think we're all going to need to get a little bit creative with some of our food source. That was my point.
Yes, and you know, I actually have mangoes growing. I keep seeds of everything,
Oh.
and we have big potters, and we just plant them. You know, you don't have to have a big garden. I have herbs that are growing in my kitchen in mason jars, right? I have carrots that are growing, garlic that is growing, and all you have to do is put them in a big pot, you know, or you can line them in planters all along the wall if you wanted to, in a very interesting way. So
You guys, when I first met her, all I could see was this color. I get it. Like my eye always goes right to the makeup, but she had on this red lip, and I'm just going to bullet it on her. And so we first met, Sonia introduced us, and I saw this color, and it stayed on through like the whole meeting. Hold on. Okay, go ahead and mash it, mash it, mash it. I'm gonna pop a little mascara. Look at that color. It is Wet n Wild.
I found that color.
Stoplight red. There was a good
Yeah.
shot of the back of my head, and that's that. She actually had in her bag the Essence Get Big lashes, and this is like, I'm telling you guys, if anybody, so all of doing makeup is shifting because of COVID guidelines. As you can see, we're really practicing, and
No, we don't need to. It's not real. We say no to the New World Order.
ta-da! So my thought is, you guys, don't let, I guess my whole point was that don't let the thought that, oh, I need to buy the pro kit and they're like $1,500, $2,500. No, you can start with just a couple of basic things from the drugstore. And my point is, I really like the Essence brand from the drugstore. CVS. The CVS. Okay, so I'm just gonna be like, look at my shoulder, like right here. That's perfect right there. So why do I ask her to look at my shoulder since we're teaching in this video? Because the way the eyeball moves under the lid, it'll make the lashes stick out. So I just like her to look straight ahead, not up like this, not down, just like straight ahead, right there. Now you can feel me pick up and diddle around in there. And then we are gonna keep clicking.
Yes, I smell the pita cookie.
I do too. Let me just get in there. Everybody can look at the back of my head. Ooh. Okay, I might want to go in a little bit more. You guys, I am gonna keep just tightening up that look, but even now she looks fresh and ready. And I know you guys are seeing on the gram all of the super contour, super highlight, and I think that's great for the gram, but for everyday and basic television makeup, you just want to look like you, but you defined. So thank you so much for letting me do your makeup. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Sherilyn. This is Makeup University, and remember, you look really gorgeous today.
Thank you. Mind your molecules.